Okay, so welcome back. Let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Today I got for you my monkeys. I know that sounds funny, it sounds a little weird and ironic, but these are my monkeys. Um, I like carrying them, and I'm pretty sure you guys can know why just by looking at them. They have the Emerson wave on there. But first, let's just say that it's from a company called Southern Grind, and it is a design by the none other than Zach Brown. And yeah, it's from the same guy from the well-known band. So, Southern Grind, and you can tell that on the pivot it has kind of like a dead monkey face on there. All three of them have it. There they are. That's how much I like these knives. I have three of them. They're made of a AUS 8 steel. It's not bad. I'm familiar with AUS 8. And you got G10 handles with steel liners, and it is a liner lock, as you can tell. And like I've said before, it has the Emerson wave on there, so you can wave this out of the pocket. And there it is, the Emerson patent number. Their pocket clips on these knives are very interesting. They sit very low in the pocket, but they're kind of shallow. They're not like a normal pocket clip like I've customized and put on this one. That's a normal pocket clip. And here's the original pocket clip on this side, on the left. So you can tell a normal pocket clip is twice the size. And their Southern Grind pocket clip, it's got their insignia right there, the SG, it's shorter. And is that a problem in the pocket? Well, I guess it just depends on the person. To me, I thought it was going to be, but it ended up working out just fine. And sometimes, depending on the knife that you get, because this one is, you can tell how tight that is right there, right? And then this one's got a little bit of a raised portion, which I've seen it's most popular on most of their knives. There's a raised pocket clip portion right there. I haven't altered these in any way other than this one right here that I've actually put just a regular kind of aftermarket Emerson clip on there. So, yeah, G10 handle scales, they feel great. They really do. They feel great. Not really much, I want to say there's grip. Not really too much texture. It's kind of smooth, but it also has a very light kind of, almost like a friendly texture, not too aggressive. And if you want to customize this, the only things that you're able to customize is the pocket clip because it's got the Torx screws in there. But these screws right here that have the two dots, and it's got like this weird kind of four dot with, that in there in the middle, but that's also a Torx in the middle. You can actually customize this if you have the special tool for these. And I actually bought it, and it broke. As you can tell, you can tell by this screw right here, it was a little loose coming out of the box, so I wanted to tighten it. And when I did, I actually had to buy the tool, the special tool, from Southern Grind itself. And it's like this little kind of tool bit with two little prongs sticking out that obviously fit this. And when I tightened it, it tightened fine, and then I went for the last tighten, and it wasn't like I was over-tightening at all, and one of the teeth just broke. It just snapped completely. I was pretty upset because I spent like $25 on it. People are telling me I should have contacted the company or something like that. I didn't want to go through all that. It was just, I didn't mess with it ever since. I just wanted to tighten that one screw, and it did its job, and it died. So I just left it at that. So it's got, I got three different kinds. I got the Tonto tip right here. It's modified Tonto. And the clip point. And I gotta tell you, the Tontos on these are actually quite different. And I'm going to show this one because the other one's actually damaged. I got a story about that too. As you can tell, you see that tip right there? It is not broken. It's actually sharpened to a very fine swedge at the tip. So instead of coming out to a square tip fully, they ground it down and then grinded a swedge on there. So you have kind of like 1, 2, yeah, it just looks like a different type of tip. It's just, when I first saw it, I thought it was broken off tip, and then they just decided to grind it down. But it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks different, and I liked it that much. The piercing applications on this are a little bit off, you know, but when it comes to this kind of tip right here, it's a little bit more effective because you got that clip point. So half serrations. The serrations on these are very light. They're not really aggressive. As you can tell, they're kind of ground down at the tips. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they kind of grind them down a little bit, which I thought was really interesting. But the knife comes sharp regardless. And here's this one's damaged because I got this the first day I got it, and I wasn't expecting this, but because this was bent down all the way instead of having a little bit of a recessed pocket clip like on this one, like I showed you, where it was sticking up just a little bit, this one was so tight that I didn't even notice it. I put it in my pocket, and I went to do the whole Emerson wave feature, and I pulled it out, but as I did that, I think I pulled it, I don't know if I pulled it no, I didn't pull it hard enough, because it didn't, this thing was way too not aggressive, but it held the pocket pretty well. So it hung up on that and hung up on this, and then it opened up about halfway like that. And for some weird reason, I lost grip, and I dropped this knife. And you can see right here, and a little bit on this portion right up here, I had to, you can tell that's messed up a little bit. You can see that the edges, the way that it fell, I was so upset. It was the first day I got this knife, and these knives don't come cheap. So dropping a knife in any scenario is not great, especially on concrete. You're going to be bummed out for a little bit. I kind of had a bad day that day. But they're anywhere between $200 to $212 on Amazon if you're interested. They're great knives. Let me show you. I want to show you guys how much they weigh. If I can move those out of the way. Alright, so a little bit over 5 ounces. 5.20 ounces. .23 ounces. 5.28. Weird. Okay, that's because the pocket clip is different on this one. So yeah, just a little bit over 5 ounces for each one. Now the size on these, let's get some measurements down for you guys. Oop. Yeah, 4-inch blade, 9 inches. Yeah, 4 inches of reach right there. Got that kind of you got the jimping that's kind of molded into the handle as well as the blade. It almost gives like a thumb ramp on there, which is actually kind of nice. Got the finger choil with the jimping on the inside for the liner lock. Very early lockup. There's no blade play on these whatsoever. They're not loose in any way. They come really tight, and they come inspected. You get an inspection, like inspected by such and such, and then you get their signature on the card in the box when you purchase this. So it's nice to see that they actually do inspect these things before they get sent out. Of course, my little mess up was that one loose screw on there, which I don't know if that was from shipping. I'm pretty sure it was from shipping, because even all these monkeys come with an inspection card inspected by and signatured, so those are nice to have. The G10 on these are real nice. It gives enough grip, but not overly too much. And yeah, it sticks out. You have this much sticking out of the pocket right here. About that much. But it's not really enough to really tell. But obviously you'll see the pocket clip. Everyone's going to know you're going to be carrying a knife. But those are my bad monkeys. And I'd love to show you guys how sharp they are. So let's go ahead and bust out the leather. Alright, take the damaged one that I had to kind of fix up because of my stupidity. See how sharp it is, hopefully. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That's still a clean cut. not as clean as I'd like it to be. Let's just try one of the ones that I haven't used for cutting. Like this guy right here. If I can grab the other end there. Oh, that was weird. That didn't go very well. Try another end. Okay, so yeah, that one's a little bit sharper. This one kind of cut. Kind of did the first time. So that's kind of nice, I guess. So I'm gonna bust out the rope for you guys. Yeah, with this one, sure, why not? And that was just the edge without the teeth. Let's do the serrations. I want to get the serrations down in there. Oh, that was a really rough one for the serrations. It cut off this part and almost cut a little bit more of that part right there. So the teeth aren't really that sharp because I can tell that they've ground down the tips. And I'm touching them, they have an edge. It's just they're not as aggressive. It's a decent knife. Is it pricey? Oh yeah, sure is. Let me get some paper. We'll cut with this one, because why not? It's got a tip on there. Let's see here. Let's see how sharp this is. Yeah. And this one I've actually carried once, but never actually cut with anything, so this is the sharpest edge. They come sharp. They come pretty sharp. Nope. Nope. Yeah. So they do come relatively sharp. Not too much to really say about these, other than the fact that it has the Emerson wave on it. Price tag on it if you guys are willing. If you're a collector like I am, this is just one of those cool knives to own, carry around with you. So yeah, that's my bit on those monkeys. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.